السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أزواجه وذريته كما صليت على آل إبراهيم، وبارك على محمد وعلى أزواجه وذريته كما باركت على آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. أما بعد، إن شاء الله tonight بإذن الله تعالى it is the 19th of Jumada al-Awwal 1437, matching the 26th of February 2016, and today we are doing inshallah ta'ala Surah al-Duha. So we'll start first by reading the meaning from the word for word meaning of the Quran by Dr. Muhammad Mu'ar Ali. Surah al-Duha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والضحى, by the forenoon. The forenoon, this is the early part of the morning, after sunrise up until shortly before Dhuhr. That is the time of Duha. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى, and by the night when it becomes tranquil, becomes peaceful, or when it covers with its darkness. مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى, there has not taken leave of you, your Lord, nor is He displeased. Allah did not abandon you, Allah did not forsake you, your Lord did not forsake you, that is, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also He is not displeased with you. He is not, He does not detest you or hate you. وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى, and indeed the afterlife, the next life, that is al-akhirah, shall be better for you than the first life, which is this worldly life. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى, and surely there will give you your Lord, so you will be pleased. أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى, did He not find you an orphan, then He gave shelter? وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى, and He found you away from the way, unguided. فَهَدَى, then showed you the way, He guided you. وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى, and He found you poor, and He made you rich. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ, so as for the orphan, do not treat harshly. Do not be فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ, so as for the orphan, do not treat harshly. لا تقهر, do not overpower, do not compel, right? Treat him in an offensive way. وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ, and as for the beggar, as for the one who asks, do not drive away, do not shout at them. فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ, and as for the grace, as for the bounty of your Lord, relate, yani speak about it. So this is what it says there. Now we go through our book Al-Mu'in ala Fahm الجزء الثلاثين by Dr. Umar Abdullah Al-Ais Hafidhahullah. Surah al-Duha. He starts with the way the modern dictation shows some words how they are written, and he shows the Quranic script how it is written. He says أبرز موضوعات السورة, the main themes of the chapter. الحديث عن رعاية الله تعالى لرسوله الكريم, speaking about the care, the diligent care of Allah Ta'ala towards His noble messenger. وإكرامه له في الدنيا, and how He honored him in this worldly life. والآخرة, and the next life. وعن الوصية ببعض الأعمال الحسنة, and giving a counsel or advice, wasiyah, with some of the good deeds. These are the main topics of Surah الضحى, Surah الضحى. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taking care of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, honoring him in this life and the next life, and advising and counseling to do certain good deeds. معاني الكلمات, the meanings of the words. الضحى, الضحى اسم لأول النهار, is a name for the beginning of the day. اسم, a name. أول, the first, the beginning. النهار, of the day. ما ودعك ربك والضحى والليل إذا سجى. سجى, he says here, أظلم, it became dark. So the night when it comes, it becomes dark. ما ودعك. ودعك, it means هجرك. هجرك, abandoned, forsaken, right? ودعك, he left you, he abandoned you. ما ودعك, he did not forsake you, he did not abandon you, he did not leave you, right? هجرك, you know the word hijrah, hijrah, migration, right? So hajara is when one cuts off somebody, boycotts, abandons, leaves. هجر. ما ودعك ربك وما قلى. قلى, he says, كره وأبغض. كره, he disliked. أبغض, he hated. So Allah did not dislike or hate the messenger. آوى, حفظ ورعى. آوى, ألم يجدك يتيما, he found you an orphan. فآوى. آوى, it means حفظ ورعى. حفظ, he protected, guarded, preserved. ورعى, he took care of, he took charge of, he was looking after someone. رعى, the راعي is the shepherd, right? راعي is the shepherd. So someone is responsible for someone, right? رعى. آوى, then he gave shelter, right? He took care of you, he preserved you, protected you. And al-Jannah is Jannatul Ma'wa, right? Awa, Ya'wi, Ma'wa, right? Right? أو يؤوي مأوى. يعني مأوى is the place where you stay, the place where you take shelter, right? So this is the verb now. Awa, he gave shelter to someone, right? Awa, awa, yu'wi, right? ووجدك عائلا. عائلا محتاجا. محتاجا. عائلا محتاجا. محتاج, حاجة is a need. محتاج is needy, right? عائلا, poor, as in the translation. فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. تقهر, he says تقسو. تقسو, قسوة is harshness. تقسو, to become harsh towards someone, right? تنهر, تطرد. The meaning of تنهر is تطرد. تطرد means you kick out, right? So do not kick him out. التفسير الإجمالي للآيات, the general meanings of the verses. بدأت صلة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بالوحي في غار حراء. The connection, صلة, the connection. صلاة, صلاة is a connection, صلة, right? Between the servant and the human, between the servant and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بدأت صلة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, the connection of the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم بالوحي, to the revelation. بدأت, it started. بداية, نهاية. بدأت. So his connection to the revelation started or was in the beginning في غار حراء, in the cave of Hira. عندما نزل عليه جبريل, when Jibreel came down to him, descended upon him. بقول الله تعالى, with the statement of Allah تعالى, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. Read in the name of your Lord, the one who created. منذ تلك الساعة المباركة. Since. منذ means since. Since that blessed hour, الساعة, hour, مباركة, blessed. Since that blessed hour, التي أشرق نورها على أهل الأرض جميعا, which its light has lit up all or upon, على, upon or over, أهل الأرض جميعا, all the people of the earth, جميعا, all of them, right? والرسول مسرور بصلته بربه تعالى, and the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he is مسرور, he is happy with his connection to his Lord تعالى. وكان يفرح بنزول جبريل عليه, and he used to become happy with the descendants, نزول, of Jibreel upon him. وينتظره بكل شوق, he was awaiting it with all the longing. شوق, he had the longing, he was yearning for that, right? وكان جبريل المأمور من الله تعالى, Jibreel, who was commanded by Allah Ta'ala or from Allah Ta'ala, he used to على صلة دائمة, he used to have a continuous connection. دائمة means continuous, right? Connection. ووثيقة بالرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, and also firmly established connection. So the connection of Jibreel with the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, that relation was continuous and was strong and firm, وثيقة, with the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. حدث مرة أن تأخر الوحي على الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. It happened one time, مرة, one time, right? It happened one time, أن تأخر, that the revelation got delayed for the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. ومضت فترة, and a period of time, فترة, a period of time passed. دون أن يأتي جبريل إلى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, without Jibreel coming to the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. So a period of time passed without Jibreel coming to the Messenger عليه الصلاة والسلام. فحزن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم لذلك. So the Messenger became sad because of that. علم كفار قريش بتأخر نزول الوحي على الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. The disbelievers of Quraysh, they got to know with the delay of the coming down, nuzul, of the wahi, revelation, upon the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. ففرحوا, so they became happy. وقالوا, and they said, إن الله قد ترك محمدا وهجره. Surely Allah left Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم and has forsaken him. هجره. فأنزل الله تعالى, so Allah Ta'ala sent down على رسوله الكريم, upon his noble messenger, هذه السورة العظيمة, this chapter that is great. Surah, chapter, عظيمة, great. التي, which, تبين مكانة الرسول العالية عند الله, which clarify مكانة, the position, the status of the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم with Allah. وترد على كفار قريش كلامهم, and refutes, ترد, refutes, repels, كلامهم, the words, their speech, refutes the kuffar, the disbelievers of Quraysh, it refutes their words. أقسم الله تعالى بالضحى, Allah made an oath with الضحى, the forenoon. وهو تلك الساعات الجميلة من أول النهار. And هو الضحى is, it is, الضحى is such, تلك, those or these, such ساعات, hours, جميلة, beautiful. Such beautiful hours, من أول النهار, of the beginning of the day. وأقسم بالليل, and he made an oath with the night, عندما ينتشر ظلامه على الأرض, when its darkness spreads, ينتشر, spreads out on earth. ويخيم السكون عليها, and peace and tranquility covers the earth, covers it. Right? أقسم الله بهذه الأشياء, Allah made an oath with these things, على أنه تعالى لم يهجر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم ولم يتركه. Allah made an oath with these things that Allah Ta'ala, He did not abandon, forsake, يهجر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, and He did not leave him. يتركه, He did not leave him. ترك يتركه, right? He left, he leaves. ترك يتركه. فهو رسوله إلى الناس جميعا, for he is his messenger to the people, all of them, جميعا, وحبيبه, and his beloved one. And I should add here, وخليله, right? And his closest beloved one, closest friend, closest ally, Khalil. Habib is beloved. Khalil is even more than Habib. That is why we have Ibrahim, who is Khalilullah, and we have Muhammad, who is Khalilullah also, alayhim as-salatu was-salam. Right? Khalil is even from within the humans. You have a Habib, this is someone that you love. You have a Khalil, this is now even more beloved than the Habib. Right? لقد بشر الله تعالى رسوله الكريم بأنه لم يهجره. Allah Ta'ala gave the good news, بشر, Bashir. Rasulullah ﷺ is Bashir, and he is also Nadir. Bashir gives Bushra or Bishara. Bishara or Bushra is good news, glad tidings, right? And he is Nadir also, he is a warner, right? Here Allah Bashara, this is the verb now. Allah gave good news, gave glad tidings, Rasulahu al-Kareem, his noble messenger, that he did not forsake him, بأنه لم يهجره, وبأنه تعالى, and that surely he, تعالى, أعد له خيرا كثيرا في الدنيا والآخرة. That he, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, prepared for him خيرا, goodness, كثيرا, كثير we know now, right? كثير, a lot, abundant. في الدنيا, in this worldly life, and الآخرة, the next life. فالله تعالى أكرم رسوله في الدنيا. Allah Ta'ala, He honored His messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم in this worldly life إكراما عظيما. Honor that is great, right? And honoring that is a great type of honoring. عندما جعله رسولا للناس جميعا, when He made him a messenger for the people, all of them. That is a great honor to the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. وستكون الآخرة خيرا له من الدنيا, and the next life, الآخرة, will be ستكون, better for him, خيرا له من, better for him than this worldly life. لأن الله تعالى, that is because Allah Ta'ala surely سيعطي, He will give رسوله, his messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, كل ما يتمناه من خير, everything that he wishes of goodness, ونعيم له, and also نعيم, enjoyment, bliss for him, ولأمته الإسلامية, and for his Muslim nation, for his Islamic nation. Allah will give him and his Islamic nation whatever he wishes of good. حتى يرضى الرسول بهذا العطاء العظيم, up until the messenger will become pleased. يرضى. So he will give him and give him until he becomes pleased, alayhi salatu wassalam, with this great, عظيم, giving, عطاء. Right? إن الله تعالى لم يترك رسوله الكريم منذ طفولته. Surely Allah Ta'ala, He did not leave His noble messenger since his childhood. طفولته. طفل is a child. طفولة is childhood. So He did not forsake him He did not leave him since his childhood. فقد حفظ الله رسوله ورعاه. For surely Allah حفظ, preserved, guarded, protected His messenger, رسوله, ورعاه, He took good care of him. وهيأه ليصبح نبيا. هيأه, He prepared him. He gave him qualifications. He was giving him the credentials. هيأه, He prepared him. ليصبح, to become نبيا, a prophet. لقد ولد الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم يتيما. Surely the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he was born as an orphan. ولد, ولد, يلد, لم يلد ولم يولد. يولد, this is in the passive. ولد in the past and passive. ولد, he was born, right? The Messenger was born an orphan, يتيما. فيسر الله, Allah facilitated for him. يسر. ونيسرك لليسرى. Right? We did this in Surah Al-Layl. يسر الله, Allah made easy for him. Allah facilitated for him. له, for him. جده عبد المطلب, his grandfather عبد المطلب. الذي كفله ورعاه, the one whom, which, who, or who, الذي, who, كفله, sponsored him, took care of him, ورعاه, took good care of him, right? So he took him, he was under his protection and guardianship, right? كفله, he sponsored him, meaning he was looking after him, and رعاه, he took care of him. ثم لما توفي جده, then when his grandfather passed away, كفله ورعاه عمه أبو طالب. They sponsored him, they looked after him, and رعاه, took good care of him, his uncle, paternal uncle, عم, his paternal uncle, أبو طالب. وكان جده عبد المطلب, and his grandfather جده عبد المطلب, and his paternal uncle وعمه أبو طالب من سادات قريش, from the leaders, from the masters. سيد, سادة, right, plural, سادة. He was from the masters, from the leaders of Quraysh. Both of them they were. فعاش الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في رعايتهما. So the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم lived in their care. Their care, the two of them. رعايتهما, their care of the two, right? If they were plural, رعايتهم, their care, plural, right? If they were plural and female, رعايتهن, right? So here, في رعايتهما, the printing I have here is a little bit, they put the meme towards the end with the hand, if you can see that, right? To make it correct, right? Because في رعايتها, if there is no meme there, then that is the care of her, right? Of a woman, one woman, right? But في رعايتهما, his جد and his عم. جد, which is grandfather, عم, uncle, paternal uncle. طيب. Azizan. So he lived under their care, the two of them. Azizan, mighty. Kariman, noble. بفضل by the grace, by the bounty of Allah. وكان الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he used to بعد ذلك, after that, يبحث عن الحق بنفسه. He was يبحث, searching, عن الحق, for the truth, بنفسه, by himself. So if you wrote, if I give you now something, I tell you, okay, write for me a small, I want you to do a research, right? So that's called a bahth. So you go and write, I want the pronouns and how to put the verbs and refer them to the different pronouns, right? A little research. So you go and do it. بحث يبحث بحثا, right? So he said, يبحث, he used to search for the truth by himself. يبحث عن الحق بنفسه لأنه لم يعبد الأصنام أبدا. That is because he never worshipped the idols. ولم يؤمن بها في حياته, and he did not believe in them in his lifetime. فهداه الله تعالى إلى طريق الحق. So then Allah guided him ta'ala to the right way, to the way of right, طريق الحق, right? To the right way. الذي كان يبحث عنه, which he used to search for, ويتمناه, and he used to wish, وجعله رسولا, and he made him a messenger. وكان الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم فقيرا, and the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم used to be poor. فأغناه الله تعالى, so Allah made him rich, he enriched him. وجعل تحت تصرفه, and he made under his care, under his disposition, or he can do whatever he wants with it. بيت مال المسلمين. بيت, house, mal, wealth, Muslims, the house of wealth of Muslims. This is the treasury, right? Whatever money, he was in charge of that, alayhi salatu wasalam, right? ولكن الرسول, but the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, كان يوزع, he used to distribute كل ما كان عنده من مال, all that he had of wealth, على المسلمين, over the Muslims. So he had the authority over it. He was rich, alayhi salatu wasalam, yet he chose not to spend it over himself, rather spend it over the Muslims. بعد أن عدد الله تعالى على رسوله الكريم هذه النعم. After Allah Ta'ala عدد, he mentioned the numbers, he numbered, he listed. عدد, عدد is the number, عدد is to mention one after the other, right? After he, subhanahu wa ta'ala, counted or enumerated those favors, right, for his noble messenger, أوصاه بثلاث وصايا تقابلها. He counseled him with three counsels, with three pieces of advice, وصايا تقابلها, corresponding to them, corresponding as parallel to them. فقال له, so three favors. وجدك, لم يجدك يتيما, an orphan. فآوى, he gave you shelter, right? ووجدك ضالا, not guided. فهدى, as Allah said, ما كنت تدري ما الكتاب ولا الإيمان. You did not know what the book nor what Iman is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who taught it. As in the other ayah, وَعَلَّمَكَ مَا لَمْ تَكُنْ تَعْلَمْ, and he taught you that which you used not to know. This is the meaning of ضَالًا فَهَدَى. He was unguided, Then he guided him. He taught him the religion of Islam. That's what it means. Not that he was astray and and even that's why he said even the idols he was not worshipping them ﷺ, but he did not know the revelation. He did not know al-iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who guided him to that. Hada. وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. He found you to be not rich يعني. So Allah made him rich. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a lot of wealth. But he chose alayhi salatu wasalam to spend it over the poor and to be away from the worldly pleasures and away from the money. Right? Although he had authority over it. Right? So after Allah listed those favors upon him, he mentioned 3 counsels. He counseled him with 3 things that are corresponding to these. Number 1, واحد, كن رحيما باليتيم. Be merciful towards the orphan. عطوفا عليه. Compassionate, very compassionate towards him. وأوصي المسلمين بالرفق باليتيم. And counsel the Muslims to be gentle towards the orphan. ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى. Didn't he find you as an orphan, so he gave you shelter? فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. Now this is the piece of advice, the counsel, right? So do not be harsh with him. كن رحيما, be merciful. عطوفا, show compassion, sympathize, right, with the orphan, and counsel the Muslims to be gentle also towards him. Number 2, كن لطيفا مع السائل. Be nice and kind with the one who asks, السائل. فلا تطرده, do not expel him. ولا تهنه, do not humiliate him. وأوصِ المسلمين بذلك, and counsel the Muslims with that. Right? ووجدك ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى. ووجدك ضالا فهدى. So here, as for the one who asks, then do not expel him. Number 3, the third wasiyah, تحدث عن نعم الله عليك وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. تحدث, speak about. تحدث عن, speak about نعم الله, the bounties, favors, grace of Allah upon you. واشكر الله تعالى عليها, and be thankful to Allah Ta'ala for them, for these favors. وعلم المسلمين شكر النعم, and teach the Muslims offering thanks, shukr, for the favors and ni'am. He says, إن السيرة النبوية الكريمة. Surely the noble biography of the Prophet تؤكد, emphasizes, أنه صلى الله عليه وسلم, that he عليه الصلاة والسلام surely كان يعمل بوصايا الله تعالى له. He used to act upon with, or he used to practice those counsels of Allah Ta'ala to him. فقد كان يرعى الأيتام. So he used to take care of the orphans. يتيم, أيتام, plural, right? أيتام. So he used to take care of the أيتام, the orphans. ويعطف عليهم. He was merciful, he was kind, showing compassion. عطوف, that is the description of the person, right? Affectionate, compassionate. يعطف, right? This is now the verb, right? عليهم, he shows them compassion, affection. وقد قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, and surely the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم said, I وكافل اليتيم, and the sponsorer of the orphan, في الجنة, in paradise. I and the one who looks after the yatim, the orphan, I and him are in paradise, في الجنة, كهاتين, like these two. Like these two. Like these two meaning what? وأشار بأصبعيه أو بأصبعيه. He pointed with his two fingers. السبابة والوسطى. السبابة, this is the index finger. والوسطى, this is the middle finger. Right? يعني you have خنصر أو خنصر, بنصر, right? وسطى, middle. سبابة, and who knows this one? سبابة. This one is al-ibham. Al-ibham. These are the 5 fingers, right? The 5 fingers, right? طيب. So he used to say with his 2 fingers, alayhi salatu wasalam, he would point out with his 2 fingers as-sabbaba, the index finger, and al-wusta, the middle one, meaning what? They are too close to each other in paradise. So if you look after and sponsor an orphan child, then you will be so close to the messenger in paradise, alayhi salatu wassalam. He said, وَهَذِهِ مُكَافَأَةٌ عَظِيمَةٌ. عظيمة. Mukafa'a is a reward, compensation, right? This is a great compensation لكل من يرعى الأيتام, for everyone who looks after, everyone who sponsors and takes care of الأيتام, the orphans. وكان صلى الله عليه وسلم يتلطف مع السائلين. He used to, عليه الصلاة والسلام, be nice and kind. يتلطف, this is the verb now. The one who does that is called latif, right? He is latif, right? يتلطف مع السائلين, with those who ask. سائل is one, سائلين plural, those who ask. ولا, that's why سؤال is the question itself, right? ولا يرد أحدا منهم. He does not repel, he does not turn back. يرد, he doesn't turn back أحدا, anyone, منهم, of them. كذلك كان الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, likewise the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم used to يشكر ربه كثيرا باللسان. He used to thank his Lord a lot, كثيرا, باللسان, with the tongue, وبالعبادات, عبادة is one, عبادات plural, acts of worship. وكان يقول, and he used to say, أفلا أكون عبدا شكورا. أفلا, shall I not be عبدا, a servant, shakuran, who is very thankful? Should I not be as such? Right? He used to worship, alayhi salatu wasalam, until his feet get swollen. Right? So they say you do that while Allah has forgiven you your past and future sins. So he would say, shall I not be a servant who is very thankful? فوائد وإرشادات من الآيات. Benefits and guidelines from the verses. Number 1, بيان المكانة العظيمة للرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم عند ربه. Clarifying the makana, status, position, right? Al-Azima, the great status and position that the messenger has with his Lord. The Rasul, for the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, عند ربه, with his Lord. Number 2, بيان حرص الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم على لقاء جبريل. Clarifying the care, the diligence of the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. He was so eager, the eagerness, حرص, of the messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم على لقاء, to meet Jibreel, for meeting Jibreel. وتلقي الوحي, and to receive the revelation. Number 3, بيان تكريم الله تعالى لرسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الدنيا والآخرة. Clarifying the honor of Allah Ta'ala to His Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم in this worldly life and the next. Number 4, العطف على الأيتام. Compassion, being affectionate, showing affection towards al-aytam, being sympathizing with them. ومعاملة السائلين بلطف. معاملة, dealing with. معاملة, dealing with those who ask بلطف, with kindness. من الأخلاق الحسنة, is from the good morals, the good character. Number 5, المؤمن الصادق, the true believer, يكثر من حمد الله تعالى. He would praise Allah Ta'ala a lot. ويتحدث بنعم الله تعالى عليه, and he speaks about the favors of Allah Ta'ala upon him. تدريبات ومناقشات, exercises and discussions. Number 1, أكمل الجمل التالية. Complete the following sentences. بكلمات, with words, من السورة, from the chapter. So now we learned some words from the chapter. We need to use them to improve our Arabic skills, right? Number 1, الصغير, the one who's small, the young one. إذا مات أبوه, when his father dies, يسمى, is called يتيم, right? يسمى يتيما, يتيما, right? يسمى يتيما, right? يسمى يتيما, an orphan. Number 2, صليت ركعتين, I prayed 2 units of prayer. سنة, the sunnah of, what do you think that would be? Duha, right? Salat al-Duha, right? Right? Al-Duha. Shukr, that's sajda to shukr, right? A prostration of thankfulness, right? But the word we learned, al-Duha, so there is Salat al-Duha, right? طيب. Number 3, لا يجوز, it's not allowable, أن تعطي, that you give such and such في المسجد, inside of the mosque. Now this is maybe debatable, but you cannot give who from the words that you learned from the surah. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى. Then فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. Which word is suitable here? لا يجوز, it's not allowable, أن تعطي, that you should give someone في المسجد, inside of the mosque. As I said, in terms of fiqh, it's debatable, but who you give and don't give? What is the word for that? You give who? Okay, what is the word here in the surah? وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ, the one who asks. Here, the beggar, right? The one who begs, the one who asks. If we use the one who asks, it will be even more general than the money. Right? Anyone who asks for anything, do not, be harsh with him. Do not shout. Do not, shun him. Right? طيب. Here, this issue is that the beggars, they should not be coming to the mosque and bothering the people. The masajid are not built for begging and to ask money from others. They are built for what? Worshipping Allah. So there are a number of scholars who say you should not do this. That's what I think he's referring to here, right? And then there are those scholars who said that if someone is truly in need, he was really needy, and he came and he asked in a way that he did not bother the people, right? He did not bother the people, then it is okay to give him. But anyways, here, he's putting it in a way according to that position that you should not give him. He should not be asking and you should not give him. You should not give him. Why? Because he's not supposed to do that. So if you give him, then they will come and do it. Right? طيب. Number 2, ما سبب نزول هذه السورة? What is the sabab, the cause, nuzul of the descendants or the revelation of this surah, of this chapter? According to what he told us here, right, that the revelation got delayed. There is a hadith, if you look in the books of tafsir, that Rasulullah sallallahu he got somewhat sick and he did not pray the night prayer for 3 nights, or he did not recite at night for 3 nights. So then the kuffar, they said, right, that his Lord has forsaken him, right? But according to what he says here, that the revelation got delayed a little bit. This is what's mentioned in some books of Sura, right? طيب. Number 3, ابحث في السيرة النبوية. بحث is a research, right? بحث يبحث, researching. ابحث, this is the order form now. He is telling you ابحث, research or search في السيرة النبوية, in the prophetic biography of his lifetime, عن حادثة, for an incident that happened, تبين, clarifying, تلطف الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, the kindness, or how the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم was kind, مع السائل, how kind he was with the one who asked him, right? Anyone will tell us one, or you want to research? Let's. Okay. So we want that in Arabic next week, inshallah. Okay? Huh? Let's try to do it now in our words, though. Right? Sa'ala, that's the verb, right? A man, he asked. Sa'ala rajulun, a man asked الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم رداءه, his outer garment, فأعطاه له, so he gave it to him, مع أنه, although كان, he was محتاجا إليه, he was in need of it. Even the people, after he asked, if we are referring to the same incident, the people, they told him, you asked the Messenger ﷺ his garment when he was in need of it. And you knew that he wouldn't say no to anyone who asked him, right? So he said, I did not ask it really to wear it, ask for it to wear it. I only asked for it so that it will be my shroud in the grave, right? So this is how it was, right? And there are so many other incidents, right, that shows how Rasulullah ﷺ was kind with those who asked him, right? So maybe each one will find us an incident, inshallah, and put it in your words in Arabic, inshallah, too, right? And you can get help, you can cheat a little bit, but do it. Inshallah, yeah. طيب. Number 4. ما معنى الكلمات التالية? What are the meanings of the following words? الضحى. So if I say سأراك, I will see you. ضحى. That means what? When should I see you? ضحى. Right? Night time? Daytime when? After dhuhr? It's between, it's the first part of the day. Shortly before dhuhr. So after sunrise and shortly before dhuhr. That is the duha. Right? And you will find in the Quran also the same. Yani when the people gathered, and the magicians for Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. And يحشر الناس ضحى at the time of the early part of the morning, the forenoon, right? ما ودع والليل إذا سجى covered, right? Covered, right? So if you are now lying down, right, and maybe you went to sleep, right? So musajjan, you covered yourself. Musajjan bithawb, right? He covered himself with a garment, right? طيب. قَلَ. So saja means to cover, and here it's the night, so it's covering with darkness, right? But saja is to cover, right? Qala is to hate or dislike or detest, right? Qala, right? This is the verb in the past. Qala. Right? أذكر أمرين أرشدت إليهما السورة. Mention two matters, two things that the surah guided us to, right? فأما اليتيمة فلا تقهر وأما السائلة فلا تنهر. Or these are two. Or وأما السائلة فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. Right? طيب. Number 6. هل تعرف, do you know, do you recognize السبابة, the index finger, والوسطى, and the middle one, من بين أصابعك. Of course, I said it in English, so you know it. Between your fingers, right? Right? So, do you know السبابة والوسطى? Right? Sababa, in terms of the Arabic language, they say the origin of it, it comes from sab. You know how when people fight and they insult each other, they do what? They point with this index. That's where it came from, right? That's why you will find some will say, instead of sababa, sabbaha. Sabbaha from tasbih, or musabbiha, right? From tasbih also. Or mushira from ishara. You know ishara now. Many times it came, right? Ishara, pointing, right? When you point with your finger in the salah. طيب? So, sabbaba. Sometimes some words, maybe the original thing is, not, but then it's widely used, so there's no point in changing what is there, right? Although some scholars, they said that as-sabbaba now, you are in the salah, when you're moving it, as there is that narration which says, it's harder, tougher upon the shaitan than being hit with an iron stick, right? So, even if we say that, you are insulting the shaitan with that, right? So if you want to move it to an Islamic meaning, that. But anyhow, this is how it is, right? So we have two words that we need to know from this surah, from the hadith of al-yatim, السبابة والوسطى أنا وكافل اليتيم كهاتين. I and the one who sponsors an orphan like these two. And he pointed out with his two fingers as-sabbaba, the index, and al-wusta, the middle one, right? So we have sabbaba and wusta. And you have ibham. This one is the ibham, right? The thumb. The thumb is the ibham, right? Funny, they said yani, that all of these four fingers, they are pointing to a direction. Except this one, you can use it this way, you can use this way, this way, this way. So the direction of it is mubham. Mubham means not known, right? And this has passed actually, this word, in the tafsir of Surah Ar-Rahman. We said that al-bahaim, the animals, right? لأنها أبهمت عن النطق. They do not speak, right? Right? So that's حيوان البهيم, they say. It cannot express itself, right? So it's the same idea of not knowing or unknown, right? Ambiguous, right? The word ambiguous, they say mubham, right? There is some sort of ibham in this. It's unclear, somewhat ambiguous, right? So you have sabbaba, wusta, and ibham, right? And if you remember khunsur and bunsur, then that will be great too. But then you don't have to. But at least sabbaba and ibham. Afwan, sabbaba and wusta. Wusta is easy because from wasat. Wasat is middle. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Right? Wusta is a description of the feminine. Right? Right? هذا وسط وهذه وسطى. Right? The masculine وسط and the وسط or وسط and وسطى, right, for the feminine, right? I think we are done, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت